Hey, what's up? This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. And if you're noticing, I actually have the LBTS live Windjammer cam up of the local beach here, which is just steps away from our store. I always love posting these live videos because it's just beautiful. One of the reasons that we live here, I'm sure. Besides the fact that we have to deal with the traffic and the crowded everything, there's still an upside down here as far as I'm concerned. Anyways, let's move along to today's precious metals report. I'm going to try to keep it as short as possible. Not much to discuss today. Kind of things are still in a weird purgatory. But I like this article mostly for the headline, Dear Fed, Stop Lying That Low Rates Benefit People, Poor People. Because really, I tell you what, you've got a larger and larger growing segment of poorer people out there. The only people really benefiting from low interest rates are some of the middle class that knows how to take advantage of it, and people with money that obviously the reason they have money is because they know how to invest it properly. Anyway, like this little article, it's in Zero Hedge. It's called Dear Fed, Stop Lying That Low Rates Benefit Poor People. Where was the one little here? For one, while corporations and wealthy benefit from lower cost of capital, rates for the middle class and certainly the poor have barely dipped, with average credit card rates just shy of all-time highs despite Fed funds rates hugging zero. So we've got Fed fund rates near zero, but the thing that most people, middle class and the poor, rely on is credit cards. And what is your revolving credit? If it's really good, 12% or something like that. I'm not sure because I don't use credit cards. I pay my American Express off monthly, so I'm not interested in paying their exorbitant interest. So anyway, here nor there. Only the rich can borrow at that near zero rate. Not people that, not the poor, and certainly not the, so it really hasn't helped them at all. And in fact, it's hurt them because what happens when you lower rates like that and you keep printing more and more money? People that save money, and that's who the poor tend to save money. They don't invest money, they save money mostly, and so does a lot of the middle class. However, you can't save money when it keeps losing its value all the time, and there's no great place to put it except some really risky places that if you're not careful, you can lose a good segment of it. Anyways, let me move along from there because I can keep going, you know me. Nice article in GATA, and again, I encourage you to put this on your browser, gata.org. They run some good articles in here. These guys knows what's up, as when it comes to manipulation of precious metals markets. In fact, a little article here they're talking about Ted Butler, who I think is one of the smartest guys out there, knows the silver market and knows how it's manipulated and knows exactly what they do. But if you remember last night's meme, don't let the word manipulation scare you, because everything in the world that you're doing right now is manipulated. Elections are manipulated. Stock markets are manipulated. Precious metal markets are manipulated. Don't be illusioned that they're not. All these things are manipulated by people that have the money to do it or the power to do it. However, again, remember the meme that I had last night? Robert Heinlein said, and again, I don't have the meme up here, but he said, of course the game is rigged, but if you don't play, you can't win. So, my friends, the secret is knowing how the game is rigged and knowing how to make money off their rigging. I guess that's the real key to the whole thing, and that's pretty easy to do once you start to understand exactly how it's done. Anyway, another great article. And again, I'm not going to sit here and go over every article like I usually or have done in the past. You know why? Because it wouldn't be helpful to you. I'd be like the Reader's Digest version, picking out the pieces that I want to show you. I think that you should take the time, go and look at these articles that I'm giving you and read them for yourself. You'll be much smarter that way. There's an old saying, I'm an agnostic, so I'm not quoting Bible quotes, but again, if you know what agnostic is, it means that I'm not sure. And I'm not sure on a lot of things. I never profess to be an expert in a lot of things. I'm not sure about a lot of things, but I do my best to find out what I can about them. Anyways, the saying always said that you can teach a man to fish, and he'll. Hold on, what is it? I'm sorry. You can give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man how to fish, he'll eat for life. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to teach you, the people that are listening here, what I know about this market and kind of the stuff that I've learned. And if it's helpful to you, I want you to use it yourself. I don't want you to rely on me. I want you to use it yourself. I'm trying to teach you how to fish so that that you'll eat for life. And you don't have to rely on me because, again, it's all about sharing data, sharing information, and sharing things that help other people do well. So anyway, boy, I went off track there a little bit. But here's a good article. It says, sure, Morgan has been running silver, but for whom? Well, Ted Butler's been talking about this for years. And again, my recommendation is read this article right here. Just pause, type in sure Morgan has been running silver, or type in gata.org. It's in their little feed there. You can read this. And Ted talks about who the players are, and he's always known Morgan has been running silver for a long time. And they talk about how they do it by shorting positions. Let's see, spoofing. Here you go right here. And again, I told you I didn't want to get too into it because I want you to read yourself, but the manipulation charges against JP Morgan involve spoofing, the rapid placing and withdrawal of futures trading orders meant to deceive other traders. And that's what they were really, really, really good at. And it was it illegal? I don't know. I think it was because they actually got fined for it, and I'll show you that here shortly, especially with JP as well. And who else? I forget. Anyway, I'll get to that in a moment here. So anyways, that's how they would do it. They would go and they would put a large sell order in early in the morning. And I've talked about this before. You know, when you're in this business for years and years and years and you watch markets every day like I do and you see patterns, you see patterns. It's just, you can't help it. If you've been following them anything long enough, it's like watching your children grow up. And all of a sudden they just have this strange little reaction or twerk that you've never seen before, twerk. I don't know where I got that from, but it's certainly not what it means today. But the strange reaction you get, and you notice right away. So, and that's kind of what I've noticed is that the manipulation was often done before New York opened up in the morning. Was done in the wee hours in the morning when we were all sleeping. All of a sudden, someone would go out and sell like $5 billion worth of gold or silver or whatever notional value. And it would drive the markets down immediately, and all of a sudden all the people that were sleeping had their stops set on their SLV accounts or whatever their silver was, and the stops were getting hit, and they would automatically sell because you were sleeping, of course, or these investors were sleeping. And it would just be a cascading effect downward. Well, anyway, these companies get caught doing it. And that's a fact. That's not conspiracy tinfoil stuff. And in fact, at one time, people used to call Ted Butler and people like myself that said this stuff was going on tinfoil hat wearers. But you know what? F you people that did that, because you were absolutely wrong. You just listened to the media like you normally do, who was telling you, go to sleep, there's nothing wrong, just keep moving along. We were absolutely right. There was manipulation going on, and they got caught doing it. Goldman Sachs has been caught doing it. JP has been caught doing it. And here, where is that? Anyways, which one got fined for it? I believe it was JP Morgan just recently got fined for spoofing the market, what we were just talking about. They just got fined like almost $1 billion. It was $985 million or something like that they got fined by the government for spoofing precious metal markets. These people are just evil. But you know what? They paid almost $1 billion, but they made $4 billion, and they have this stuff calculated already. They know none of them are going to go to jail for manipulation. They know it's not going to happen. They know that no one's going to go see time for it. There are CEOs that are going to walk away with, or the traders who are going to walk away with big bonuses. They all have that figured in. Hey, listen, we'll make $4 billion. They'll fine us $1 billion. We'll all get paid still. No one will go to jail. And that's why they continue to do it. There's a relationship between these huge companies and the government that they're willing to pay these huge fines, and the government's willing to take them and not put anybody in jail. It's like, it's crooked, folks. I'm telling you, it's just crooked. If it happened to anyone else, we'd be buried under the jail. Anyways, I always love this. Also a very interesting article by Salon, The Great Vampire Squid. You have to read why Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan's are called the Great Vampire Squids. Look up the word vampire squids. They have their tentacles around everything. They were involved with housing crisis markets. They knew the markets before anything happened. These people might even plan this stuff who the heck knows? You can't trust them any more than you can trust the media, which they probably own as well. Anyways, don't want to go off on a long rant. Which one was this? The Great American Bubble. Dow Jones today. I told you I got rid of my Wall Street Journal subscription after, gosh, man, I had that thing for like 15 years or something like that. I just get sick of looking at their crap articles that shit on gold and silver all the time, and we're so pro-Biden. And again, I didn't vote for Trump or Biden, but we're so obviously pro-Biden, so Democrat, and so left. I couldn't believe how left that publication, Wall Street Journal, turned. And again, when I say left, I'm not talking about liberal, because there's nothing liberal about the left at all. Nothing liberal about them. They're just kind of, do it our way, or anyways, don't want to go there. God, I went long-winded to get on you. I do apologize about that, and I was just telling you why I don't have the Wall Street Journal up here like I used to all the time. Anyway, I still like to look and see what the Dow Jones Industrial Average is doing, just to see if there's any comparisons, or if there's anything that links gold and silver. Are they moving up in tandem? Are they moving, when one moves up, does the other one move down? But that's really not the case. It's just totally disconnected from that. Gold and silver and platinum seem to be completely connected to the dollar, disconnected from the Dow Jones, disconnected from news, disconnected from elections. Really, it just seems to be tied to the dollar very, very, very strongly. Boy, God, I wanted to get this report done quickly, and it doesn't look like I'm doing that. Anyways, as far as elections go, I got to tell you, I just told you I didn't vote for Biden. I didn't vote for Trump. However, I do. That's a terrible picture of the guy too. Sorry about that. I do hope Rand Paul runs in the next election, because I really like the guy. I think financially he's very smart, and he's liberal socially, but he's fiscally conservative. And man, that's what I really want. Love to see some fiscally conservative candidates that are socially liberal, like myself. I don't care what you do with your life. I don't care who you want to spend it with. I don't care who you want to cuddle up next to. I don't care what ingredients you want to put in your body. Just don't make me pay for it. Don't make my family or friends pay for it. Do whatever you want. So yeah, I'm extremely socially liberal, and I am fiscally conservative. And again, just to kind of give you a cue who I am. So I'd sure like to see Rand Paul run. I voted for his father, and I was a big supporter of his father. And I think Rand Paul will eventually realize that the Republican Party is no friend of his, and that he needs to do it on his own. His father would have won the 2008 election, in my opinion, if the RNC had not cheated them out of it. We all know that happened. Not dissimilar to how the DNC cheated Bernie out of his win as well. So, boy, I got real political there. Whew. So let's take a look at world spot prices and New York spot prices right now. Like I said, with this election in limbo, and the dollar kind of not doing one thing or another, really just kind of going sideways, it's kind of been par value, as I've said. Yesterday I said I thought it was going to be par value, maybe up a couple bucks. Well, it's down $1 or $2, but more or less it's par value from where it was yesterday, and it looks like even the world spot prices closed about the same as New York. Silver, I'm impressed with silver, because again, it's been really blah. Gold and silver's been kind of like, it was up a little while back ago, or a couple weeks ago, $50. It was in the 1940 range or something like that, and then it got kicked pretty good and went down below that 1900 range. But silver's kind of maintaining that $24 plus range, and it hasn't been as erratic as it normally has been. Kind of actually a little scary. It's like when that really crazy sibling all of a sudden gets real quiet. It makes you, why are they so quiet? What's happening? Anyway, if you've been following my shows, you know that's my analogy. And platinum holding on to that 900 plus range. I like this. Kind of like a mature. Platinum seems to be solid, very steady, slow to move, but when it moves, it kind of holds a little bit. It's holding on to this 900 plus level. I like it. And again, palladium, I talk about it, but nobody cares about it. Nobody asks for it. I think it's strictly, mostly industrial, even though it is a precious metals. Let's move along here. I'd like to thank all my local customers that have given us good reviews. I think we probably got the best Google reviews of any shops in South Florida, and a lot of shops across the country. Again, 43 doesn't seem like a lot, but 43 really great reviews. We really appreciate you people. And I really appreciate all my YouTube folks out there that are watching me on a daily basis. If you're your first time watching me, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. And you know, every time we get a new video up here, which we're doing 5 days a week, I think I'm the hardest working gold and silver daily update guy out there. I hope it pays off, and I hope that you guys are learning a lot from it. Anyways, this is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in Lauderdale by the Sea. Appreciate you watching, and give us a call anytime at 954-493-8811 between the hours of 10 a.m. 4 p.m. Mondays through Fridays, and happy to help you out with whatever you need. If you need a price on product, if you need suggestions, if you want to know what the best deal out there. By the way, as far as gold is still per grams, and as far as silver is still 90% silver, or 90% U.S. coin. Feel free to give us a call. And that's about it. Talk to you tomorrow. Have yourself a great evening. Thanks.